Sure.
going anywhere. No, because we know this group is going to say really smart things, so we want to make sure we record them. So I'm going to set a timer. You have 1 minute to tell us what's in those four boxes.
Yeah. The the thing that is my most, I mean, that is the priority or the thing that I need most help with is in terms of uh, resolving conflict. I feel, or at least I feel conflicted about the idea of who I uh, 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 want to be and whether I can be that. It just there's a sense of urgency, and that's why it's a priority because I need to. It feels like I need to sort of make a decision in terms of sticking to either doubling down in terms of create like taking up my role as a business owner, as opposed to switching between like, hey, maybe I should get a job or maybe I should. Do a business. So it's just a pressing need, and that's why it's important for me to figure it out. The people around me, like my partner, those are the people who are affected, and hope like it'd be nice if in 2 weeks I'm able to feel as if I have a strong footing in terms of um, uh, feeling as if I am doing okay in my role as a business owner.
Okay. We're going to start with 3 minutes of clarifying questions. So this is the time for the group to clarify what he is laying out for us to coach him on. What questions does the group have? Just speak up.
Are you working in a job right now or are you doing a business?
No, right now I am not. Uh, what most of what I've done has been entrepreneurial, and yeah, so I haven't really been in a job like real estate consulting. I'm from India, south of India to be specific, and uh, the most of the work I did was in real estate consulting with the family, and yeah. But now I feel like I need to sort of carve my own path, separate from family, and um, uh, I rely on an income that I've set up for myself. Uh, but currently, I'm not. I don't have a job.
Other clarifying questions. That was a good one.
What would be the reason to get a job?
Yeah, just to make ends meet.
Your business is not producing money right now?
There is no nothing that I've set up. I just I feel like. Um, No, no. Right now, there is no business structure or idea that I've sort of uh, uh, given shape to yet.
So what's the reason not to get a job?
Uh, because what's the reason not to get a job? Uh, yeah, this is sort of bringing up something for me where the reasons for me to not get a job doesn't feel uh, personal. It feels as if it's coming from outside of me, and that's good for me to be aware of because it feels like I mean, like there is a resistance for me in terms of wanting to get a job, which is what I think the people around me echo, and they say, uh, you know, you've always wanted to start something of your own, and uh, I guess, and so that's what I hear. That's the feedback, and I guess I just need support in terms of like uh, moving forward because it feels pretty. Uh, I don't know, uncomfortable. Uh, I'm afraid of being misunderstood, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, there's just those kind of things. I think there are like mental roadblocks uh, that exist. Yeah.
All right. Do we feel like we need any more questions to clarify before we do the coaching?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So what do you think is your priority? Is it getting a clarity out of what you want, or is it what you actually want to do?
I think I just I, I think there's just a sense of acceptance that I want to feel in terms of knowing what I already want to do. Uh, I know that this is something that would over time do well in, but I don't know what the acceptance looks like from outside of me. But uh, uh, I guess that's just what I'm lacking at the moment.
And there are a few questions in the chat, which is great. So you can feel free to answer them if you'd like, not necessary. But what our process is, Bharat, is for you to drop your video and audio, and then we want you to listen because we want you to see what was useful. But we will have you be away for 5 minutes. So we will see you in 5 minutes, and I will let you know when to come back. So just drop your video and or drop your audio. So just drop your video when you have a chance. All right, team. This is where we coach Bharat, and what we're going to do is um, the especially for those of you who are new, kind of think about FIRE: feedback, um, inquiry, which just means questions, resources that you might offer, and emotional support. So all of those things are welcome. And I probably should have stopped the timer. Advice is not welcome. So, and let's see, maybe Bharat didn't understand to drop his video unless he's frozen. So it doesn't matter because we'll assume he's going to drop his video. So what feedback, questions, resources, or emotional support do you want to offer?
My first question would be, does Bharat have any examples of what it is that he's trying to do? Because I had a similar question to Malama. I couldn't quite tell if the question was, should I follow the path of entrepreneurship versus should I follow the path of corporate positions, which also the question could be, what makes me think I have to choose between one or the other? So there's just a few questions I feel like that can clarify the next step. So, but yeah, that's kind of the two things that were flowing through my mind.
Okay, and Kai-Ying, I think I saw your hand next.
Okay. One thing I think about as an entrepreneur is how what I was hearing was feeling lonely, feeling perhaps judged, and not having many people on his side. So I would really recommend Bharat to look for communities of entrepreneurs, people who are starting their own businesses where you can kind of express what you're struggling through, and they can give you ideas about marketing and momentum and how to kind of grow. And I think a lot of times you can find that community virtually, but locally, regionally, it's also really valuable to have that connection. So I would encourage you to look for that.
Great. Go ahead, Lisa.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I would. The question I wanted to ask Brad is, how much time does he have, and what happens if he doesn't get a job right now? Can he afford to have a business and not produce it income immediately? And will it be easy to find a job in some time when he's tested the hypothesis about his business?
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Sasha.
One thing that's going to make it really clear to Bharat is asking himself a question. If both things were to work out, which one would I pick?
Nice. Christelle.
Yeah, I've one thing that a word I've heard a few times in what Bharat said is the word support from the people around him, and just maybe for him to be a bit curious about what's the importance of that support, and is that support or what people think of what he's doing more important than what he thinks himself or not? What's the relation between what he wants, what he thinks, and what come from the support around the people around him?
Zainab.
I totally understand the pain because I come from a startup company as my first job. And first thing I would ask is, do you have a clear business plan strategy? Do you know what product you're going to launch, what company you do? If you have a plan for yourself, it's easier to persuade people around you and get more support and specify what kind of support you need and look for the right resources. And this is the first step I would always suggest. Be clear on your own plan strategy.
Did I miss anyone's real hand that they had up? Feel free to raise your real hand or just go ahead, Love. And Malama after Love.
Yeah. I would suggest to like what could be some of those steps that Bharat can take in order to have his emotional and mental and well-being, to take care of the well-being and then move further with the goals of whatever is he's aiming for.
Nice. Love.
I was just going to ask some clarifying questions for the project goals themselves. Like, how do you like to work? Are you better in an environment with other people? Then maybe a solopreneur job isn't the correct, the right path. Is there any resources you can tap into? Do you use to-do lists? Planning was mentioned. Look at your business plan. What do you have in mind for that? Can you delegate? Can you use a consultant? Can you use a coach? Lots of questions.
That's great. And Bharat, if you could come back, we typically close up with what was useful about this coaching from the group and anything that you're committed to doing. And I am the one who dropped your video, so hopefully that's not going to create a hardship for you. Because I don't know, I can make your video come back. And this will be a lesson for other hosts.
Yeah, I'm not able to sort of turn the camera on from my end.
Oh,
I'm guessing you
great.
can hear me.
There we go. That should help. Does that work?
I'm just giving. Wait. Start my video.
Yep.
Yeah, I've clicked the buttons, but maybe we'll give it some time.
Okay, go ahead. Just say what
Yeah.
was useful about that coaching and anything that you want to commit to doing in next month or 2 weeks.
Wow, there was a lot. I was taking down the points as it was coming. About the communities. So the thing that struck out the most for me was coming up with having a plan. And I feel like that's something I'm anyway committed to doing. But everything, so that answers the second part of the question, where we're coming up with a business plan and strategy, and but everything else sort of sparked ideas for me, sort of clarifying what the emotional support would look like that I may need, understanding the resources that I have, also. How long someone said something which made me realize, okay, I just need clarity in terms of how long before I can get something up, set up a base in terms of duration or time that I need. And I like the question about if both of them worked out, which one would I pick? Which makes me think that okay, I like of course I would be happy if the business is something that I would pick the business, and it makes me realize that there are I'm not sure what it would look like, and hopefully and I think that will get clear when I write the business plan. So yeah, and another thing, one other point that stood out was in terms of support I need. And someone asked me how concerned I might be with what other people think, and versus what I think, and I think that's it makes me aware that I need to tap into what my opinion is, which seems like something that I could spend some time doing, which is worth understanding myself. Like, what is my opinion? What do I think I should be doing?
Right.
Um,
Right.
yeah.
I'll just